Doing good? Doing great. It is freezing in this house. It is super duper cold. But it's supposed to rain this week. So, you know what? This house is really cold inside, but I'm sure if I step outside, it's gonna be a little warm. So let's go check that out and see how it is. So how was your weekend, guys? Was it good? Did you guys relax, chill, nothing too crazy? Did you guys go party? Did you get wasted like some people I know? But I don't want to mention their names, and I'm sure they'll see this video and they'll know who I'm talking about. So, today I go to work. I really hate this Monday and Tuesday schedule because I close today and then I open tomorrow. I'm sure I've told you guys that a bunch of times, but oh no, it's actually cold out here. It is cold. I thought it was gonna be like warm. Do you hear that? The birds. I like listening to birds. I like to just like sit down here because we have a bench out here. So I like to just sit out here and just get some vitamin D from the sun, which I can't even open my eyes right now, and just, listen to the birds chirp, 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 chirp away. But, oh, to the bee. So I don't know if I should tell you guys about work or not. I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I've told you guys what's been going on, but I feel like we need to have like a little intimate moment here, a little conversation here. Like, I want to keep you guys in the loop and let you guys know what's going on. Okay, so as you guys know, I've had a couple like problems at work. Like it's just people not being really. It's not being nice, And when was it? I want to say Friday. I think it was Friday. Yeah, it was Friday. It was Friday. So every Friday, I'm usually outside. I'm working outside. I'm a busser, and I usually have like 2 or 3 hours that I'm usually by myself until the next person arrives, and it helps me out. But I guess this Friday, for some reason, one of the dudes who was supposed to come in, his schedule has been changed, so he worked in the morning. So now instead of like a 2-hour gap, there was going to be a 5-hour gap. So I would have to, because I get there at 2 and then the next person gets there at 7 then. So I was outside, doing my thing, busting tables, picking up dishes, putting dishes into the dishwasher, sweeping and preparing candles. It's just like a lot of stuff that I gotta do, and also I gotta help customers, on top of that, because customers ask you for like certain stuff, or there's people who are new there and they like ask you all these questions. So I just gotta, I'm busy pretty much the whole time. I'm not just like standing around there doing nothing. But I guess like so one of the kitchen managers showed up, and he showed up and he was like, hey, the umbrella's gonna go down, because we have umbrellas in the front scattered all over the front patio. And he was like, hey, those umbrellas gotta go, and you gotta start bringing out heaters. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, I know that has to take place, that has to happen. But the reason I didn't do it, or I don't do it, the reason I don't do it, I want to say, the reason I don't put the umbrellas down, take them back, and bring out heaters, is because if I do that, then I'm doing all the hard work, I'm doing all the labor. So then by the time the next person gets here, they have nothing to do, and they just sit around, they just stand around and do the easy stuff, So like, I'm breaking my back so that they can have it easy. It's not fair, and I'm sure you would think the same thing. It's not fair. So I guess like the kitchen manager, he noticed that I wasn't putting stuff away that he asked me to put away. So he got really upset with me, and first of all, he got upset with me, and he didn't even know the situation. He didn't even ask me like, oh, are you by yourself, or what's going on. He just got upset with me. So that made me mad, that he didn't even he didn't even know what was going on. He was, just getting mad just to be mad, just because like he saw that I wasn't doing it. But he didn't ask me or bother to find out why I wasn't doing it. But so that made me upset, and that just brought back all these different, like scenarios that I've gone through, and all these like stuff that's been accumulated, and it just like really just, whoa, it just made me so mad, you guys, that I just needed like a couple minutes to myself. I went to the back and I just cried. I cried because I was just so mad. I was crying because I was mad, not because I was sad. But yeah, so like that happened, and like this whole ordeal happened. So I guess, okay, so like I said, after I left the room, I don't know what was said because they were in there for like, I want to say a good 2 hours just talking. Um, People, did go in after me, and like I guess like they called some people to go in there and speak as well, but I don't know what happens. I don't know what they said and what they talked about. Nobody wants to say anything because everybody just wants to, keep things to themselves, or I guess they were told not to say anything. So, which is fine, whatever. But like I just my problem was with that dude who was yelling at me for no reason. So that's what we just talked about. So after I stepped out of there, things got awkward. Like I'm back in the kitchen. And even the next day, guys, the next day it got really awkward because I talked to some people and they just weren't talking to me back. And and I was like, what's going on? Like, did I do something to you? Did I say something to you? And they're telling me that God, there's all these flies. And they're telling me that, that they got in trouble, because I guess like from what happened that day when I went to go talk to the managers, and and I'm guessing they think that I said something about them, which is not true because like I'm telling you guys, I never even mentioned anybody's name. I never talked about anybody else in the kitchen. It was just about that problem that was happening right then, and right then and now. That's all we talked about. So I had to explain myself, be like, like whatever happened after I walked out of that room, you know, doesn't have to do with me because I never said anybody's name. I never did anything. Some people are kind of like upset with me, I guess, or bothered, or don't want to even talk to me or even look at me, which is kind of weird. But I'm not gonna let that bother me because I know that I never even said anything about them, so they can believe whatever they want, which is fine. But but hey, it's not gonna let me. It's not gonna. This really is gonna bother me. I'm cool with a bunch of other people. I can I can totally not be friends with these people if I don't have to. I have other friends. It's fine. So that's what's happening up to now. That's what's going on. I'll definitely keep you guys updated on the loop. What's going on? As for still working there, I don't know, you guys. I feel like it's coming down to the final weeks. Like I'm really thinking of just working there for like a few more weeks, and then just calling it quits because the summer, we've already got stuff going, that we're gonna do. Like my family and I, we've already got stuff planned, and me working here at this restaurant, it's not gonna work out. It really isn't gonna work out, anyways. So, I really have to like not have a job for like a month or two in order for us to do what we already have planned. Because we have like planned like trips and going to these different places, and like I have stuff already planned out with some friends and stuff like that and family. So yeah, so just like a few more weeks, and then I'll definitely put in my 2 weeks and finish working at the restaurant. Yeah, but I'll definitely let you guys know when that happens. But in the meantime, I'm gonna enjoy some sun, relax, because I have to go to work in a little bit, and maybe finish writing my paper because I have a paper due, and I don't know how to begin it. It's always at beginning. Hey, okay, guys. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I will see y'all tomorrow, guys. Probably with a short video because I open tomorrow, and then I have like an hour before I have to go to class, and then once I come back from class, then I usually go to sleep. So yeah, pretty boring. Okay, guys. See you later.